this is going to be really, really helpful, because what we're going to end up going through is an entire progression that really just kind of works on what exactly each part of your body does in order to kind of make sure that we're using them in the right way so that we can work on consistency. And when we're consistent with our shooting, we can also be consistent with our throwing form. And the same thing goes for a lot of the different things that we need to be able to control when we're out there on the field. So again, this is something that I do all the time, but I think so important. Megan, I love that little background there. That's awesome. I just saw that. Okay, so we're going to start with a little stick work just to get warm though. So what we're going to do, when we shoot, when we throw, we all know this, both hands are, oh, sorry, don't mind me. It's pouring out here. So there's an umbrella above me and I keep walking into it. But first thing we're going to do is we're going to work on one hand. All right, like we've been doing, one-handed. We're going to get 15 reps with our right hand if we have a pitch back. If not, let's work on that motion, okay, or that ball fake if we have a ball in our stick. One hand righty, 15 reps, throw, catch. One hand lefty, 15 reps, throw, catch, okay? Make sure our opposite foot is forward, arm off our body, reaching back, okay, as if we're throwing the ball all the way down the field. Open up that shoulder every time. Good, girls. Nice job, Annabelle. Get 15 and 15. Working on opening up that shoulder, getting that top wrist warm. Awesome. Okay, girls, next thing we're going to do, we did this in the very first week, I believe. Okay, this one's going to work on our bottom hand. Bottom hand becomes so important when we start to shoot and throw. Again, like we're talking about really tiny details today. Okay, so bottom hand is where we're going to get a lot of our accuracy, a lot of our snap. Okay, so a lot of us think it's just their top hand, but our bottom hand is going to aim for us, and then it's going to snap through. It's going to add a little extra power and snap. So what we're going to do is we're going to do a bottom-handed fake. Okay, so two hands on your stick. You're going to do the one where you fake all the way out. You let go with your top hand all the way out in front of you. Okay, try to extend that arm and then bring it back up. So you're wrapping your wrist over, almost like you're handing someone something on a platter and then bringing it back. Okay, your bottom hand should curl over like that, all the way out in front. Try to make it a fluid motion. Try to lean into it as well, almost like you're literally going to throw it. Step and snap. Good, we're doing 15 and 15. 15 reps with one hand, 15 reps with the other. Good work, girls. All the way out. Try to extend even more. So keep your bottom hand on the stick. Bottom hand does all the work. Good, Riley. There you go. Good, girls. Try to extend. Really let that bottom hand work. You should feel it in your wrists, your forearms. Good, girls. 15 and 15. Gretchen back for more fun. I love it. Good, Annabelle. All right, girls, next thing we're going to do, once you're done with 15 and 15, two hands on our stick. We're just working on a big throw, okay? But we're also going to get ourselves set with this big triple threat cradle, okay? So you're gonna throw, catch, one hitch cradle, and then you're gonna throw, catch, okay? Our hitch cradle, remember our arms are big back here like we're about to throw, and your top hand goes out and in, right back into triple threat. So your stick shouldn't come in front of your face at all. Keep it back here like you're about to throw. Your stick is flat and your hand goes out and in, out and in, out and in like this, from your ear out to the side. Back, step and throw. 15 and 15. Good girls, try to get our arms off of our body. Again, we're gonna be working on shooting today, so that back arm needs to be nice and big. Open up that shoulder, even when we're just passing. There we go, opposite foot forward. Awesome, girls. All right, next thing we're gonna do, okay, working on a couple more fakes here. It's gonna be a high fake, face dodge, low fake, throw. Remember, high fake and low fake, we're keeping our arms back big and our stick head behind our body. Okay, when we do our face dodge, twist those shoulders, and when we come back, we're coming down low. Remember, the low fake comes off of our hip. Try not to bring our stick out in front of our face. Try and bring it off your hip so that you come right back up and throw. All right, high fake, face dodge, low fake, throw. 15 righty, 15 lefty. Let that stick work. All different angles and levels. Good girls, there you go. Try to keep your eyes up on your target as you do it all too. Nice job, make sure our opposite foot is forward, even when we're faking. There you go, Skylar, nice. Good, Pippa. Good, that's okay. If it feels uncomfortable and the ball's falling out, make sure that we watch our stick at first, if the stick's behind us, rather than trying to bring it out in front for those high and low fakes. Okay, watch your stick, bring it across, watch your stick, make sure the ball's in there. Then as you get more comfortable, then try to get your eyes up on your target. Good girls, 15 and 15, nice job. Nice, Skylar. Good, Riley. Try to keep that left foot forward. Opposite foot. Nice job, Annabelle. That looks really smooth. Good girls, 15 and 15. Awesome. Okay, last thing we're gonna do on the pitch back here, and then we're gonna get into that shooting progression. So what we're gonna do, work on changing our levels here. We're gonna work on that sidearm pass. Okay, so again, I think we've worked on it before, but you wanna do it in 3 steps. Face where you're throwing, ball fake out in front, then get your hands off your hips. Okay, so most important thing, hands should come straight off your hips, straight out like this, both hands, okay? So you don't wanna bring just your top hand, because then if your bottom hand's close to your belly button, you're gonna be pushing the ball. We wanna ultimately reach our arms as far as they can off our body so we can really use the motion of our push-pull and get that snap. Okay, so it's ball fake, arms off our body, step and snap. So you want to try and release and get this follow through going from under to up. So try not to drop your hands and then bring it back in to throw. Keep those arms off your body, let your wrists do the work. Wherever your top hand and the stick head finishes is where the ball is going to go. Okay, so let's go 15 righty, 15 lefty. Drop those hands low, snap them high. Good, girls. You'll get more reach as well if you can slide that top hand down. A lot of times when I do my sidearms, my top hand is like almost all the way down here. Just to get a little bit more reach, and then snap, snap. Good, reach off your hips, and then snap across, snap through. Both wrists should feel that snapping motion that we worked on in the beginning with the one-handed throws and the one-handed fakes. Both wrists should feel that motion. If they don't, that means we're pulling across with just our arms. Snap, snap with those wrists. They should work together. Good, Chloe. Nice, Annabelle. Awesome. Okay, girls. So we're going to get into some shooting here. One thing that I do want to say, again, this is going to be an entire progression. I do this progression every time I step on the fields. Okay, whether it's before a game, whether it's before a practice, or even just like on a shooting practice of my own. It helps me make sure that every part of my body is dialed in. Okay, we're going to focus on our elbows. We're going to focus on our shoulders. We're going to focus on our hips, our feet, our eyes, all the things. Okay, because they all play a really important job in making sure that we are consistent and accurate with our form. So first and foremost, if we don't have a cage and we don't have balls, or if we don't have something to ultimately throw the balls into, a lot of these we don't want to do against a pitch back because we want to focus on a full follow through. And if it goes at the pitch back, comes back, we're not going to be able to really emphasize that follow through. So if you don't have anything like that and we're inside, try to work on the form without a ball. Okay. There's going to be plenty to work on here without a ball and without a cage. So if we do, though, we are going to do 10 reps with our right hand, 10 reps with our left hand. Okay. And what you're going to do for every single one of these is you're going to alternate. Okay. You're going to alternate the top left corner and the top right corner. Top left corner, top right corner for every shot. Okay. First and foremost, this is the first one we're going to do here. If you guys are my cage, I'm going to, okay, have both my knees on the floor, facing my cage. So my hips, my shoulders, everything is square to the cage. I'm obviously not going to have any use of the bottom half of my body. Okay, so we're starting nice and simple. We're only going to work on the upper half of our body here. Now, one thing I want you girls to remember, this obviously isn't going to be the hardest that you can shoot. So we're working on our accuracy. You want to aim for those pipes, where those pipes meet. Okay, so what you're going to do, first and foremost, our back arm has to come off of our body, nice and big, like we've been working on. Not out in front of our face like this, but open up that shoulder like I'm throwing a football or a baseball. Okay, that's my top hand. That's what my top arm is doing. My front hand, okay, so my bottom hand, this front elbow here is going to be your best friend for finding your corners. Okay, so what the front elbow does, so if you guys can realize here, I'm going to use my corners of my screen as the corners of my cage. What the front elbow does, if I go to this corner, my shoulders follow it. We always want to have our shoulders square to where we're going to shoot. Okay, so if I go to the other corner, same thing, my shoulders are going to follow. The twist of my upper half of my body is really key. Okay, so if I'm over here, my elbow's this way, there's no way that I'm going to be able to get a shot accurately to that side. Okay, so we want to follow with our elbow and snap through. It lines up our stick, it lines up our shoulders. So that's what I want you girls to focus on. Almost, my old coach used to say, it's like biting your shoulder. Okay, I'm sure you guys have heard that term as well. Your chin is in your shoulder here, looking right over your front elbow. Okay, what we're gonna do, top left, top right, you're not gonna move the bottom half of your body. Okay, so elbows up, reach, snap, snap, right to your corner. Make sure that that snap finishes right at your corner here. Okay, 10 reps righty, 10 reps lefty. Face in the cage, both knees on the ground. Snap, snap, all the way through. Aim for the pipes. If you hit pipes, that's a good thing. It means you're finding the corner. Good, Gretchen. Make sure that back arm doesn't come in towards your body on your way through to the cage, okay? Right over the top. There you go. Nice job, Annabelle. Snap both wrists. Good. Make sure our bottom hand finishes in our opposite pocket here. Snap, snap, finish across. Ten righty, 10 lefty. This looks awesome, girls. Good job, girls. Try to find where those pipes meet. Use the front elbow to find it. Be your tour guide to all your accuracy. All right, once we're finishing up, we're gonna get into another round here. Crushing it, girls. 10 and 10. Take your time, make sure we snap through. All right, make sure we get those balls back out. If we need more balls, we're gonna do the same thing. 10 reps righty, 10 reps lefty again. But it's gonna be a different version. So come on back when you're done. Okay, girls, this next one, we're gonna stay on the floor here. We're still gonna work on the upper half of our body, but we're gonna shift, okay? So instead of facing the cage, you're gonna face the side, all right? Whichever hand you're in, your opposite leg is gonna be up. Your other knee is gonna be down, okay? What you're gonna do is you'll pick up a ball, and you're gonna notice this is gonna be really, really uncomfortable, but you're only gonna go for the top opposite corner here, okay? Now, this is gonna focus on really making sure that your elbow not only gets up, but over so that your shoulders square and your stick lines up, and you're gonna snap through and across, okay? Notice all of this motion that's happening with the top half of my body. Bottom half of my body doesn't have a job yet. We're progressing towards that, okay? So I'm here, making sure my elbow's up, across, and I'm snapping through. Notice my bottom hand is finishing in my opposite pocket over here, okay? So it shouldn't be underneath my armpit, shouldn't be near my belly button, it should finish all the way across in my opposite pocket so I can get that follow through. We're doing 10 righty, 10 lefty, okay? So when you go lefty, just flip around, should be the other knee up. Elbow up, snap, snap. Good, so make sure your hips and your shoulders are facing completely to the side. So Riley, flip the other way for me. Yep, if you're gonna go on your right hand, put your left leg up. There you go, perfect. Then you gotta twist across that left leg. Perfect. Good, girls should feel a snap in both wrists here. So it shouldn't just feel like your arms, your wrists gotta snap and point to those corners. Snap, snap. Good, make sure we bite that shoulder, elbow up at our corner. Good, so before you shoot, Gretchen, try to use that right elbow to twist your shoulders across. There you go. Good, and then Riley, try to think about your right hand finishing in your right pocket. So bring your hands all the way across your body. Good, so other pocket. So make sure that your arms don't cross like this. Take your bottom hand into your other, yeah, like across, yep, like that. Perfect. Nice job, girls. 10 and 10. Then grab those balls. Need them in the same spot, different version. Okay, girls. Before we get into the next thing, we were typing in the chat last week. I want to make sure that we keep that going. Last week I asked everybody how they were doing, and you had to use a juicy word that was not the same as good. So how are we doing this week? How are we feeling this week? Use a different juicy word than last week. A good juicy word though. Positivity only here. There we go. We're speaking in different languages. Your dog. All right. Awesome. Love it. Exquisite. Oh, that's incredible. Extraordinary. Excited. Awesome. Love it. Love it, love it, love it. Fantastic. Muy bien. That was bad Spanish on my part, but I haven't taken it since since college, which was so long ago. Fantastic. Awesome. I love it, girls. Good creativity here. Okay, now that we're all doing well, we're going to stand up with our shots. Okay, we're not going to use our feet yet, though. Okay, so what you're going to do is you're going to face your cage. Notice everything is square. So if you girls are my cage, my hips, my shoulders, my feet, everything is square to you. And I'm going to keep my feet glued into the ground. Okay, so my bottom half of my body is not going to twist. It's not going to step at all. I'm going to keep them glued into the ground. Okay, and this is where we're going to work on the exact same thing we've been working on. Top left, top right. But now you got to get a full follow through across your body. So every time you shoot, when you finish your shot, I want you to pause for 2 seconds. At the end, when you pause, you're going to get a checkpoint. Okay, I want you to check 3 things. You want to make sure that our feet didn't move. That's number 1. Number 2, want to make sure that our bottom hand is on the opposite side of our body. It shouldn't be near our belly button, shouldn't be under our armpit. It should be on the opposite side of our body, opposite pocket. Last but not least, your stick head should finish all the way down by your ankle. Okay? So you're here, you finish, you snap to your corner, then your follow through finishes like this. All the way across your body, fully down. Okay? So you check your feet, check your bottom hand, and then you check where your stick head is. Okay? After every ball. And then you pick up another one, go for the next corner. Snap, and then across with our follow through. Okay, make sure that we snap our wrists first to our corner. We're doing 10 righty, 10 lefty, top left, top right. I'll do a couple on my cage too if anybody needs to watch. Good. We want to reach that back arm off our body, so it's going to feel uncomfortable to keep our feet glued into the ground. So use as much power as you can by reaching those arms off your body, like you're throwing the ball all the way down the field. So show that big muscle, that big L shape with our back arm here. Good job, girls. Full follow through. Check those checkpoints. Good, girls. Challenge ourselves to think about every little part of our body here. Make sure that elbow is up. We snap both wrists through, and then we finish our follow through fully. Good job, Chloe. There you go, Pippa. Good, girls. 10 and 10. Nice work here. Good. After 10 and 10, come on back. Great job. Make sure we're checking those checkpoints. Good work, Annabelle. Good, Skylar. Try to finish that follow through too. Good work, girls. All right, once you're ready, come on back. Got another fun one for you all. Okay, before we get into the next one, does anybody have any new hobbies? Anything that they did during all this quarantine time that was new, that they want to share with the group? Any like crafts? Anybody get a new puppy? Anybody do anything fun or memorable? A lot of baking, Riley. Nice. My sister's been baking a lot too. Longboarding, awesome. Anybody been going on a lot of bike rides and walks? I've been doing that almost every day. Skateboarding, very cool. Embroidery, that's awesome. Love it, girls. Lacrosse, yes. Of course. Of course. We've all been doing lots of lacrosse. A 75-gallon fish tank? That's awesome. I need to go swimming in there, I think. All right, so next one. That's awesome. I'm glad you girls are getting nice and active and doing fun things while we're stuck at home. And I love that we're playing lacrosse as well. We get to do that together every week. Next one. We are going to start to incorporate our feet, okay? So important part about when we're shooting. A lot of times we talk about, right, like the upper half of our body. And we need to snap through with our wrists and our arms. Now we also need to snap through with our hips, okay? Because that's going to allow us, whether we're running or whether we're stepping down and shooting, that's going to allow us to use all of the power in all of our body, okay, to make sure that we generate power and accuracy into our shots. So what this one's going to work on, we're finally going to use the bottom half of our body, okay? We're finally going to use those feet. So we are going to get back on. Okay, we're going to make sure that our back is to the cage, okay? So I'm going to do this one on my actual real cage here so you girls can see it. All right. I'm going to do it on the cage. So my back is completely to the cage. I'm going to have a ball out in front of me, just like this, right out in front of me. And I'm going to toss it up, catch it, and I'm going to go over my opposite shoulder and swing my leg around with a big step. Okay, so first and foremost, we need to catch, get your eyes up and around, and this step needs to swing so that my toes are pointing towards my corner. I also want to make sure that I put all my weight onto that front leg as I go to shoot so that I can snap those hips through with my follow through. Okay, so it'll look like this. You'll set one up, toss, catch, step, follow through. Okay, now that you can use all your power, now you're gonna get a little bit harder of a shot with these, but you still don't wanna lose your accuracy. So make sure you still get that elbow up as you turn. All right, so our toes need to point at our corner as well. 10 righty, 10 lefty. We're going for the top left, top right corners. Alternating through. I'll do a couple as well if anyone needs to watch. Good, give yourself a good little toss up top over your shoulder. And then get your eyes around, then your elbow, snap your wrists, follow through. Good. Make sure all of our weight goes onto that front foot as we follow through. So all your momentum goes towards the cage. There you go, Chloe, good. Nice, Annabelle. Good, Pippa. Good snap of your hips there. Good, so Gretchen, turn over your other shoulder, and that'll be a little less awkward. So always turn over your opposite shoulder. Open up with that opposite foot. There you go. Great adjustment there. Good, girls, 10 and 10. Again, these should be a little bit more powerful than before, but keep the accuracy. Still aiming for where the pipes meet. Good, Skylar. There you go. Double check those follow throughs too, girls. Don't forget about that part. Stick head down by our opposite ankle. Good, Riley. Great follow through there. Nice stretching. Good, Annabelle. Good job, Pippa. Make sure before we shoot, make sure we see it first. Get those eyes around on the cage first, especially since our back's to it. This happens a lot in the game where whenever we catch the ball, our eyes aren't up on the cage. So we got to make sure we get them up so that our shoulders can square. Good job. Nice job, girls. 10 and 10, and then come on back. Okay, girls, this next one's gonna be a little tricky, a little fun here. So we're gonna get back down on that one knee, okay? So the same thing as before, but what you're gonna do, it's gonna be ultimately 2 steps. You're gonna load up your steps now, okay? You're gonna lean onto this front leg, and as your arms are ready to go in triple threat position, you're gonna bounce back onto your back leg, and then you're gonna turn and follow through with 1 step, okay? So you're almost loading up your legs with a little bounce, okay? So your opposite leg is up, bounce back, turn, follow through with that 1 step, okay? I'll do a couple on my cage if you need to watch, but it should just be 1 step, 2 step, and you wanna make sure that you snap those hips towards your cage with your follow through. These ones, we're gonna go bottom left, bottom right, bottom left, bottom right. Dial in those bottom corners by coming over the top and snapping your hands down. Try not to bring your arms down to shoot low, okay? Bring them over the top and snap down. 10 righty, 10 lefty. I'll bounce back and show you guys a couple. Good, try to make it just 2 steps. So bounce onto one leg, step onto the other. Nice job, Chloe. Good, Gretchen. Focus on all the little details too. Keep those elbows up. Snap through, big follow through. Take everything that we progressed so far, bring it into this motion. Good, Gretchen. Way to focus on those toes. Nice job, Pippa. Good, Skylar. Nice job, Annabelle. Try to keep our eyes up on our corners. When you girls get back, I'm going to show you why we keep our eyes up. 10 and 10, and then come on back. Make sure our follow through goes all the way down to our opposite ankle. Looking awesome, girls. Good. Keep those back arms nice and strong. Shouldn't come in and touch your rib cage. Make them come right over the top, even though we're shooting low. 10 and 10, and then come on back. Crushing it. Nice work. Good follow through, Pippa. Great job. Good. All right, girls. Next thing we're going to work on. Awesome job. Grab those balls. Come on back over when you're done. Okay. So the next thing we're going to work on is really incorporating the bottom half of our body here. Okay. Like we've been kind of incorporating, but now we're going to do something that is very popular to be taught in the men's game, but not so popular to be taught in the women's game. But I think it's so important. Focuses on controlling our footwork. It's called the crow hop. I know a lot of you have heard of it before, but what we want to make sure is we're working on the mechanics of the steps and really making sure that we're not just doing the steps to do the steps, but we're doing the steps to make sure that we can generate power with our steps and with our hip motion and snapping those hips through on our shot. Okay, so what the motion is going to be, if you're in your right hand, okay, you're going to start sideways, all right, just like this, and it's going to be left foot, right foot, left foot. And as you step onto that last left foot, you're going to take your shot. All right, but notice when I did this, my right foot, the second step comes behind my first step. So it's not a shuffle motion, okay? You make sure that it's left foot, right foot behind, and then as I bring my left foot forward, my toes turn towards my corner and towards the cage so that when I step and I put all my weight onto my front leg, my hips snap through towards my cage, okay, towards my shot. So as I go through, it looks kind of like this. Left, right, left, turn, and shot. Okay, so not only the upper half of my body is snapping and following through, but the bottom half as well. And I'm generating as much power as I can into my shot with the entire motion. Okay, so what we're gonna do, we're gonna work on some crow hops. All right, so we're gonna crow hop into our shot. We're gonna do 10 righty, 10 lefty. You could shoot for whatever corner you want, but I want you girls to try and hit some pipes. Eyes up as we work on that crow hop motion. I'll do a couple as well if you need to watch me. So if you're ready, it is left, right, left. Okay, crossing those legs. Eyes are up, left, right, left. Follow through. Make sure all your weight goes onto that front leg. When you finish, turn and snap. Left, right, left. Pipe. And then when we get to that left hand, it's the opposite, okay? So it's right foot, right foot. Turn and snap. Good, girls. Generate that power by turning those hips. Nice job, Pippa. That looks really good. Good, Chloe. Cross those feet. Nice work. Nice job, Pippa. Good, Skylar. Good, girls. Now that we're doing the entire motion, the full motion, don't forget about all the progressions we did. Keep that elbow up. Keep that back arm strong. Point those toes. Snap your wrists. Snap your hips. Follow through. Aim for pipes here. If we hit pipes in these shots, this is a good thing. Means we're hitting our corners. Good job, girls. Good job. Finish those follow-throughs. Good. Left, right, left. Righty, right, left, right for lefty. Good girls. 10 righty, 10 lefty. Finish those follow-throughs. Crushing it right now. Eyes are up. Bite that shoulder. Pull that elbow through with your follow-through. Good, Gretchen. Nice job. Keep it up, Annabelle. Good. 10 and 10, and then come on back. We got one more. Crushing it, girls. Snap those hips through. Good, Skylar. Good, Annabelle. Nice follow through. Alrighty, girls. So last but not least, actually, we might have time for a bonus one at the end here, but we're going to put everything all together. Okay. So we're going to work on a little dynamic step into that crow hop. So we're going to be moving and kind of stepping through. So I want you to remember that this was a progression, right? So the ones when we were on our knees, obviously we didn't have every part of our body to be able to generate the power into the shot. Now we're going to have everything. Okay. So the power needs to be there because we're kind of snapping our hips through. We're following through all the way. We're snapping our wrists through. But we also want to focus on accuracy. So a lot of times when we try to shoot harder, we end up not hitting our corners as accurately. Okay. So still focus on all what all those body parts are supposed to be doing, even though, because if they're doing all the right things, that's where you're going to generate that power. Not necessarily trying to put more oomph into it. That comes with it, but make sure that we're doing all the right things. Elbow up, biting our shoulder, back arm big, snap, snap, big follow through, turning our hips towards the cage. The motion is going to be a shuffle back into that crow hop, okay? So if your cage, my cage is over there, okay? My eyes are going to be up. My hands are going to be in triple threat position. I'm going to shuffle back once, crow hop in, step, and shot. One consistent motion, okay? Eyes are up. Shuffle back, crow hop in, and shot. Okay? You're going for whatever corner you want, but we want to hit some pipes here. Let's go 10 righty, 10 lefty. Eyes are up. Shuffle back, crow hop in. Finish that follow through down by your opposite ankle. Give it a little double check. Shuffle back, crow hop in. Load up those legs. Set up that shot with a nice dynamic step. Good, Skylar. Nice job, Gretchen. That looks good. Lots of reps today. Good, Chloe. Nice job. Remember, hardest shots of the day, but also the most accurate. Put it all together. Think about what each part of your body's doing here. Ten righty, 10 lefty. Crushing it, girls. Eyes up while you're shuffling. Eyes up on your cage. Good job, Skylar. Good. Nice job, Pippa. Keep it up, Riley. Good, girls. Try to keep those eyes up. That's the hardest part. Try not to watch your stick or watch your steps. Keep your eyes on your target. Nice, Skylar. That's a good follow through, especially with those hips. Good job. Nice, Riley. That looks great. Good, Gretchen. Good job, Pippa. Awesome job, girls. Crushing it. Once we're done, come on back over. I want to explain one more thing, and then I got a little quiz for you guys to end with. I know school probably just ended, but I'm bringing quizzes back into the occasion here. Equation, not occasion. I need some quizzes. All right, girls. So we are, okay, one thing that I just want to explain. So you guys heard me for the last 55 minutes, just kind of talking about making sure that our eyes are up. This is why, right? So no matter where we are on the field, whether we're shooting on the run, which happens a lot, whether we're stepping down and shooting, okay? No matter where we are, our shoulders need to be square to the pipes, okay, before we shoot. That's what's going to help us be the most accurate. If I'm shooting at you guys, but my shoulders are this way, there's no way I'm going to be able to get the ball over there if I needed to, okay? So if my shoulders are square, I can shoot there, I can shoot there, I can shoot there, I can shoot anywhere because my shoulders are square. The way that I can get my shoulders square on top of my front elbow is my eyes, okay? So that's got to be first and foremost. If I get my eyes up on the cage and my eyes up on squaring my shoulders to the cage, so think about it, right? It's kind of just human nature. So if you look all the way to the right, all the way over your shoulders are going to want to follow. You're not going to want to sit there forever. It's really uncomfortable, right? Your shoulders are ultimately going to want to follow so that you guys are all kind of like square like that. Okay. It's just human nature. It's not going to be comfortable, right? I see you guys all trying it. That's why. Okay. But that's important, right? It's important to understand that, because if I turn like this, my shoulders are going to follow. The same thing's going to work for when I'm shooting. So most importantly, get those eyes up. All right. Quiz time. You're going to answer these in the chat for me before we end up here. Okay. So Chloe's ready to go. I love it. Okay. So when we're talking about shooting form, again, it also works for our throwing form. We want to be nice and consistent. Where should my bottom hand finish when I follow through? The one that's on the butt of the stick. Nice, Gretchen. Woo! Yes, yep, next to your opposite hip, okay? In that opposite pocket. We don't want it to come near our belly button or under our armpit or cross to cross, pulling it across, okay? Great job. All right, next one. What part of our body do we use to square our shoulders and find our corners? What part of our body is like our tour guide to our corners? Yes, there we go. Front elbow. It's okay. Your eyes are correct. You're right. You're right. Right. Eyes are first. But remember, that elbow is what's going to ultimately line you up. Okay. Love it. Love it. Love it. Love it. Okay. Next one. When you finish your full follow through, where should your stick head be? Love it, girls. Yep, right by the ground next to that opposite ankle. It's got to finish all the way through. Okay, great job. All right. Last but not least, OA, love it. What was the other one that I asked? Okay, bonus question here. When we do sidearm, how do I want to ask this? How do we make sure that the ball goes exactly where we want to go? So if I want to shoot for the top right corner, what part of my body needs to finish at the top right corner? Yeah, Pippa. I guess it's technically not your stick head, right? But I mean, a part of your body, but your top hand, right? Your top hand and your stick head needs to finish at your corner. Okay. If you start down low, wherever you go, even if it's low, it's not going to be that entire follow through, because that entire follow through is going to end up making it go high or wide. Sidearm is a little bit more about finesse and snapping through. Love it, girls. Love it. That was a tough way of me asking that question, but great job with the quiz. Great job with all the shooting. Again, remember, no matter what position you play on the field, that's really, really important stuff, because you ultimately just worked on all those different parts of your body that now you know have a job, right? And you know that they have something specific that they need to do every time that you throw the ball. Okay? Crushing it, girls. Make sure that you work on all those habits that we worked on every time you go out and shoot. Try to develop them into your regular consistency of your form. But great job. I'll see you guys next week, okay? Keep crushing it.